be suited and booted. Right. Yeah, that one will do. Right, so we'll need to send it out to there. Have that receiving that. That's just an interesting one, really, isn't it? Are we? Oh, right. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Well, a little bit anyway. Not a huge amount. Right. Oh! Bonjour, bonjour, hello, hello, hello. As it were, as it were. As it were. Right. Yes, finally, so Uncanny Legends. Well, exactly. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing it. Right. Okay, so me and my unbelievably painful lower gum greet you to this stream, and it feels both weird and painful to talk, so I probably shouldn't be streaming at all, but you know, do your duty, as one electro swing song I've heard goes, so that's what we're doing here. Right, I have got the old promotional video up, so let's not get taken down and destroyed. We're going to tell people that I'm about, and then hopefully after that maybe not do it again. People who want to follow on Twitch can follow on Twitch and be happy with that. The official gacha song, you see, I think you're actually possibly confusing it slightly with a similar one. This song is called Prelude, and the gacha one, allegedly, is Jackpot. Both songs that I like very much. Riggit, how many devices do you play Battle Cats on? Well, like none usually, but one, this one, and a half the beginner account. My JP is on an old iPad so decrepit that it's almost impossible to enter it. So I think everything is ready and in order as it can be. So we're gonna get it started. And by that I mean break out the old public publish. Yes, it's gonna happen. Things are happening. They have happened. Right. Okay. Good. Don't know why I said right so sort of so unsurely there. What kind of food do you like that has peppers? Or like a lot? Most things that have peppers, really. Like, possibly most of all, just like, genuinely just roasted peppers in a tin for a while can just make something truly brilliant. And that's all you need, really, is something truly brilliant. Oh boy, can't wait for the chat to anger about slot loadouts. Yeah, I can imagine that happening. Bit of argument. What I am going to do to avoid that is possibly like ignore the chat sometimes. Sorry, but you know, they're not no continue stages, so that's the reason I'm still thinking of even possibly doing them. So. What I also need to work out for myself is the question I was just about going to answer, because it was right there. I think it was, what about the chat? And I don't know if that's about the chat appearing on screen. I'm afraid that's something that I'm not going to be doing. because I can't get it to work or look nice. And whenever you look at the archive, the chat's there. And whenever you are at the stream live, you're in the chat. And speaking of things in the chat and amazing things happening in the chat, we've got some, once again, non-audible, because despite my best efforts, it actually still just doesn't work. Noises in the ear. I mean, one day we will get this to work, and one day there will be, like, noises in the ear. It will happen one day. But whether we've heard it or not, Icicle Death 8742 has subscribed at Tier 1, becoming another bronze spoon. Thank you ever so much for doing that. That is very, very kind. Not actually sure. I just put my keyboard back, and I didn't want to... Oh, I did want to do that. I wondered why I put that back in front of me. Thank you very much for doing that. We haven't actually got any subscription messages yet. But I will thank you generally. It's a very kind thing to do. Thank you. You join, indeed, the Bronze Spoon Brigade. Let's hurry ourselves over to Discord and do some hashtag typing with Regget, because I don't know the progress of what we were doing, but we've done an @notified audit, so the people who want it should now have it. Thank you. The staff have very kindly, I believe, sorted out the audit stuff, so hopefully people will know via that method as well. So yeah, let's put our keyboard away there, move the old pad closer to us, and get started on some Bellcats. No, I said it like that. I was trying to do a Matt Shea impression, but then it just sounded a bit weird. What do you say about your old friend Deboo? I have, like, no opinions on Deboo, which is probably merciful because, as you know, I often have lots of opinions. First time seeing you on Twitch. Well, I hope it'll be a good time. I hope you will enjoy it. Right, the green ones is what we're looking for here. So it starts off with Marine Town, and Marine Town is where we will enter with slot 3. I wonder why slot 3 looked weird. It's because it was slot 4. Okay, here is the rule that we're going to bring about. Are any of these... That's not actually a barrier breaker. I'm thinking it is when it's not. I need to possibly reevaluate this. But what I'm going to do is create a general slot to try these Uncanny Legend stages. And so I'm going to tailor it a little bit towards relic-y stuff, but then, you know, keep it open to being useful for other things. So we're going to put slapstick cats in there, and I just wonder where it would be wisest to do that. No, I'm not hugely sure. Probably them, right? We're going to do that. We're going to put slapstick cats there, and we are going to also swap out something for something that barrier breaks, because I need to investigate sorting this out in my main slot anyway. I was about to say to people, don't tell me anything about these levels, otherwise it will devolve into a shouting match, and it will also just be quite bad and unenjoyable. But then something perfectly useful was pointed out that otherwise would have meant a very bad time in the level. So who knows what to think these days. Okay, I think we're going to have to bite the bullet and swap out Mega Aphrodite. We got range, but we haven't got barrier breaking, so we'll do that. This will be our general slot, and we're going to go into the level and with that, and then I'll make developments from that after trying it a few times using the continues that I'm entitled to. we've had, I think, our first... This could be like a troll. I'm just going to check. Open link in new tab. Please don't be Rick Astley. Please don't be Rick Astley. It's Rick Astley. Right, you're getting timed out. That's not a proper use of... That's not a proper... I feel glad that I called it, but I also feel ashamed on your behalf. Twitch chat, stop moving so I can time out this person. Sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. Just sort yourself out. I am ashamed of you. I am so ashamed. I put this... I mean, in all seriousness, right? I put this feature in place to allow people to promote themselves if they want to. And you've tried to rickroll us, but you haven't fully rickrolled us, because I was going to look at the link anyway, and I said it might be that, and unfortunately it was that. And you've paid the price for that. Don't do that again. Right, let's go into this level and start giving it a go. There is a reason that self-promotion is in place, and it is not to take the mick. Maybe I should just up the cost. Imagine being rickrolled in 2020. I don't mind that much. It's a good song. Right. Oh, normal enemies to start off with. Look at that. Pretty old school. Okay. Oh, he's stronk, that boy. Don't get taken out by no Jizo. Oh, hang on. I remember this. We started doing this. This was something that we genuinely started doing. And we couldn't get anywhere on it because we didn't have any barrier breakers. We started Uncanny Legends again a while ago. Didn't get anywhere here. And then gave up. That was great fun, that stream. It was good fun. We gave it our best shot. We knew we'd fail, but actually we kept trying. We kept trying. Until we got overrun by the Ultra Barbars. And now look, we're getting further than ever before. Must say it's a good song. Agree with you. Yeah, no, thank you for agreeing with me. It is a nice one, isn't it? Not quite on the level of my Classy Classics playlist. I say that like I'm an authority in music. I'm not. I just have my own playlists. But it's a good one. It's a relatively enjoyable one. I'd listen to all of it, you know. I would say on the radio, but the radio I listen to doesn't have music in it because I'm a boring old soul. And you know, if I want to listen to music, for me, like you just go to a music streaming service, don't you? Like, why would you listen to music radio? I mean, unless you like the personality hosting it, I guess. But for me, that's just surrendering your choice for the music that you like, because it plays whatever music it wants to, or what other people want to be played, and has people talking in the middle of it. Either you have talking radio or a music streaming service. For me, I personally don't understand the middle ground. Not in a kind of I ban it kind of way, just in a kind of I wouldn't listen to it kind of way. I don't know what anyone else would think about that one. But music radio, like, no, it's just... I think my media teacher once said that they liked the idea of actually sort of surrendering musical choice to someone else. Which, I mean, if you like that, that's fair enough. It's an interesting point of view. I definitely wouldn't want to do that. But maybe some people like the music being curated for them. Maybe they trust other people's music taste better than their own. But I think if you spend long enough listening, long enough cultivating your own music playlist, you can get one you're very happy with. I've got a few I'm quite happy with. I like a bit of the old music. I remember the days before I was a cool kid and used those music streaming services. Namely, the days when I didn't have access to a premium subscription for them. Actually, speaking of that, I think it's been a while since we've thanked David for giving me these subscriptions. I sponge off both his Netflix and his now Spotify Premium. Now, I apologise, it probably sounds a bit cultish to actually say, right, everyone say thank you, David, in the chat. So obviously you don't have to, but I will show David some appreciation. I'm going to put, typing regget, a thank you in the chat. And if you want to thank David for just general generosity that wasn't towards you, you can too. But again, apologies for that sounding quite cultish, because I do realise we're thanking someone that most of you won't know. Right, well that level was a success. In this case, thank you for reminding me that it requires barrier breaking. That is some useful chat advice there. Right, okay, so don't know why I'm going back to a slot, because it's all question marks and we don't know. Regit, are you starting a cult? No, definitely not. No. For very many reasons, I'm not going to do that. The closest I get to idolising somebody is my admiration for people like Martin Lewis and Tom Scott, but I would be very far away from starting a cult for any of them. So, I don't think that's what a cultist would say. I think a cultist would encourage people into their special group. And I haven't got a special group for you. I've got a Discord server. I don't want to say if that counts, because I don't want to count as a cult leader, but why are we talking about this? Let's move on into this. The more I talk about it, and the more I try and dissuade you from thinking that I am a cult leader, you'll just say I am. It's the idea that if you don't actually talk about something, that's what suffocates it, not saying that it's not true. No publicity is bad publicity, and all of that. And I'm not a fan of no platforming, as it's known. I think everyone should be able to give their views, and people, if they disagree wildly with a view, should be able to give a good reason why someone's view is stupid. Like, what's a view that's universally held as being stupid? I'm gonna feel the chat's thoughts on that, so that we can not accidentally insult anyone who is of a thinking that I'm about to call universally stupid. Right, so we've got Flat Earthists as a suggestion there. Uncanny Legends as a suggestion. Well, yeah, universally stupid idea, to be honest. Anti-vaxxers, that's another one that's usually held as... yeah, okay, we'll go anti-vaxxers then. For example, if you are an anti-vaxxer yourself, I apologise. I don't know anything about vaccines myself. I disagree, I reckon, with anti-vaxxers, but I don't really get involved in the debate. But assume that they are universally of a stupid opinion. I think it's very cowardly to say I'm not going to give an anti-vaxxer an opportunity to talk. Because I think the only thing that is really doing is admitting that you can't give a good argument against them. If you think they are universally stupid and incorrect, well, you should be able to demonstrate that in an argument with them there. The argument against that is that they'll just spout rubbish. But if you're able to stop them and say, well, no, you are spouting rubbish, hopefully you've demonstrated them to be wrong. And, you know, if you're going to call someone stupid, you should always be prepared to argue against them. You can't just no platform someone because that's suggesting you can't adequately argue against them. Right, that hasn't gone well. So let's... That's not true anymore, so let's get rid of that. And go back to the start. But yes, for the record, I'm happy to get vaccines. I'm unlikely to ever have children, but would probably vaccinate them. But I don't get into the debate in any particular way, so if anyone believes they have a good case to argue against vaccines, that's your personal opinion. And I'm not getting into that, and I apologise for possibly calling you universally stupid. Though I would like to suggest that you do have vaccines, because it's probably good, right? It's probably a good thing to do. Okay, how are we going to tackle this level without losing? I reckon a well-placed cyberpunk and some stuff in front of it. Oh, no. Classic. Usually used to mark the point at which we would lose a level. And this might be about to happen here. Hopefully the cyberpunk will regulate all of the stuff there. The issue is that I don't think that's going to happen, because stuff's going to... Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's burrowing a bit closer than I was thinking was going to happen. That's uncomfortably close, but Slapstick Cats have saved the day, thank goodness. Absolute lads. Brilliant. Come on. Save yourselves. All of you, save yourselves. Okay. Right. There's a Lenoir. Not too much trouble if we have some well-placed Gizo shots. The zombies are definitely more concerning. Unfortunately, so concerning that we're going to have some trouble here, I reckon. Cyberpunk and zombies? Well, yeah. Cyberpunk is a huge part of my Floor 27 strategy. And if you can protect the space immediately in front of the cyberpunk where zombies burrow to, it's hugely useful. Remember that zombie battles are often fought in two places at once. So if the cyberpunk is able to hit the front battle quite far away, that is going to be of huge benefit. Now, it's definitely going to die now, but it had a good innings. And I think our ability to not protect it stems from just not having the adequate units anyway. I think we're just going to be struggling, to be fair. Oh, I thought I recognised that emoji from somewhere. There's only one person on Earth who uses the monkey who doesn't like seeing things emoji. I've just made up that name. It's Jace. Hello, Jace. I don't believe I've seen you on these Twitch streams yet. Big Jace off the streams is now Big Jace off the Twitch streams. Would you look at that? Okay. That's not working out for us. We're gonna oh, what's that? Is that light at the end of the tunnel? Is it? It's like, it's definitely not. But we're gonna go with it. Oh! That gave us no monies, you scumbag. Give me money. Money, yeah! Godson, yeah! For reference, Clash of Clans YouTuber, long time ago. Watch them. Made a series of videos called Failtage. Was great fun. They just shout, money, yeah! And it's great fun. This not gonna... No, I think we're unfortunately destined for a little bit of failure there, to be honest. Right, we're gonna give it one more go, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna change up the strat. Reggie, is it necessary to beat Manic Dark? I heard that it's not that good. I tried to do stage Shadowgun Thunder, but I keep dying. What am I doing wrong? I think you might be right in that what you're doing wrong is doing Manic Dark. If you can't do it, there's sort of probably no point in doing it. I think I've seen Manic Dark in a strategy once, and it's sort of very swap outable. The problem with not doing Crazed Axe is that doesn't means if you don't have it, you can't do the Manics. But there's nothing after the Manics. So actually, I'd recommend just not doing it. A philosophy I like to take is sort of, when something's a problem or a bother, I think, well, what else could I do that means it's no longer actually going to be a big problem? Is it immediately obstructing me from doing something that I need to do, or something else that I need to do? And if it isn't, we'll just ignore it. It's quite, I think anyway, it's quite liberating to be able to do that. And it allows you to get on with something else, and possibly, unless your brain unfortunately plagues you with unhappy thoughts about what you can't do, it allows you to just feel quite liberated and free of the problem for at least a while. And I've done that quite a few times with technology now, because as you know, like me and technology, we're not the best of bedfellows. Not that I've ever had bedfellows, but it's just a phrase, My bed's only just about big enough for me. Why are you talking about your bed? It's somewhere between lonely and just like a bed salesman. It's a bit strange. Anyway, the point is that if you are able to ignore the things that aren't posing an immediate blockage to all the things that you could be otherwise doing, just ignore it. An example of something you probably can't ignore is suddenly not being able to breathe. Well, that's posing an obstacle to doing anything else, because it probably requires breath and the ability to breathe. So you'd want to focus on that as a big old problem to sort out. So I feel like as a logical piece of reasoning, it does also have the safeguards of the things that you need to sort out. DJ points out, well, there is Clan of the Maniacs. Well, yeah, that may well be true. I never actually tried that even a single time, and that is just my position, probably then biased position of the world according to Reddit. Doing all the manics doesn't count for anything. Well, it doesn't if you have no experience of the stage you need to clear all the manics for. So, fair point, DJ. That's something I know nothing about. And as being someone who hates research, all I can really do is just apologise when my lack of knowledge proves to be an issue. So, I was wrong in that respect there. Okay. Thinning out zombies, that's good. Just about, okay, that's not so good anymore. They're not thinning out. They were just sort of quietly amassing like villains in the first few episodes of a TV series. It's not happening for us here. It's really not happening for us. I think we're going to have to throw in the towel in terms of events in this stage with this slot. Did you see me slyly trying to cover up the fact I said a completely random word that had nothing to do with my sentence? I hope you like that. So, as you probably know, when I watch something new, I inundate people who will listen anywhere with references to it. And, people wonder what on earth I'm going on about. Probably most notably for that one, I started watching The Inbetweeners relatively recently. I don't know why I put off watching it for so long, because I do like it a lot. And I was making references to it because I was enjoying it. I was getting a friend, friend, like that, And people go, well, like, why are you making that reference now? Hang on, let me calculate. What? Over a decade since it first aired. So why are you making that reference now? And I just make these sort of weirdly out of place and out of date references just when I come into contact with things. I guess world according to Reddit. Well, here is another one. As we go to what will be a stay #hydrated break. I'm going to get myself some water, and here comes the reference. I'm Will McAvoy, and I'll see you after this. Alright, je suis back. Bonjour, bonjour. Just having a look, brief look. No. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'd never heard of the programme before I started watching it, so I don't think anyone would have cared about the reference. Right, that's fine then. Let's do that. I reckon, though, it was more thematic than most of my references. It was a reference to a programme I'm desperately trying to get through before my 30-day free trial on Now TV runs out, called The Newsroom. And that was what the newscaster character would say before going to an ad break, which is exactly what we did, right? References! So that's alright, okay. Right. We were giving up, weren't we? Let's give up. Okay. Copy. Paste. So, let's do some zombie-tastic things. Is it best to dump treasure radars on cat ticket chance? No, it's best not to do cat ticket chance at all. Like, ever. Just verifiably don't do it. If it guarantees you less than a ticket each time, just don't bother with it. It's 250 energy. I mean, unless you've got 100 treasure radars like I do, don't spend your treasure radars on that, especially as there's no daily stage for it. If you're wondering how I have so many, it's from Lucky Ticket. Yeah, that's the one. I'll second guess myself there. Lucky Ticket stages. They're brilliant and fantastic. Yeah, that's all there is to that. CJ Hippo is where it's at. DJ getting those truthful words out, disseminating truthful news. So we've got some legs. I mean, I did anyway last time I checked. This one's a sort of Rickroll as well, isn't it? This song. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Elegy. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna let you go. You know, et cetera. So, Shadow Gao isn't of use. This one walks up too closely, as does this one. I mean, I call it walk. It's not really, is it? I think we're going to need a cheeky overhaul of, like, everything and how it all works. So, let's go to Zombie Killer. Skelecat, oh absolutely, you know, that's my jam. That's my jam. Ecto. You know what? Ecto is pretty good for just clearing out the zombies. Housewife, of course. We can't forget the diligent and wonderful housewife. And people are suggesting, they're suggesting in their droves, Sarukani. I mean, it's fair enough. I can understand your want to do that. And it is something that we could do. I could get Nerve Moon out just to annoy you, but then I'd just lose, so it would be a sort of congratulations, you played yourself moment. Oh, go on then. It's the fan favourite. We'll do it. Now, where it is a different matter. No, hang on. Does it not have Zombie Killer? Is it just... Or am I, like, really stupid? Oh, it's Rock Revengers, yeah. I am really stupid. Okay, it's fine. Let's put that there, then. And go into battle. Just looking at this annoys me. Top review, thank you. If it is annoying you, run away. Honestly, there's a world of media out there which could better satisfy you. Give it a chance. That's why I've been very hard on myself recently if I've not been enjoying something. And I just say to myself, well, you idiot. There's so much stuff being made for your eyeballs. Go and find something that you do want to see. Have we still got slapstick in there? I don't think we have. Have I been played? No, I haven't been played. I've played myself. Congratulations. Okay. In that case, I want to break out Wave Rider Coup. Because yeah, she's got the credentials. That, or we break out EV Unit 1. Right, we're going to do it. Typing the reg, it is poll time. It's poll time, everyone. New poll. EVA 01 or Coup 01. 1 minute. Start poll. Boom. If you want something else, you lose. Hi, first time watching stream. I don't know why I enunciated it like that. Hi, first time watching stream. It's like someone recorded some words and they were put together in a way that didn't sound like a normal sentence. Well, there's your introduction. Thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoy what is left of this stream. You've got a good half an hour left, so you're all good there. How much money have you put into this game? Infinite. Infinite money. Infinite money. Loads of stacks. I tell you. Infinite. Infinite money. Infinite money. Infinite money. About the most that anyone could think of. Money. Infinite. Banks full. Absolutely. More than governments earn. Money. Infinite money. You know that old tradition we had of integrating something into infinite power? Well, you played into that perfectly. So thank you for that. Evo01 wins the poll, and in truth, about £30 because of 2 platinum tickets. Wouldn't ever pay for rare tickets or anything like that. Was tempted by the Chacarol units, but not with how they sort of swindled the UK and other places by charging far more than they charged America. So yeah, only about that much, and just for videos where people wanted platinum tickets bought. Not a principle of mine to be paying the old monies. Maybe you can give us all of that, some of that infinite money. Oh yeah, stacks. I'm going to set up a reverse donating system. Just type into Streamlabs how much money you want back from me, and I'll wire it to you. From my infinite money. Now, just to be clear, I do not have lots of money, and I certainly do not earn much from this. Just being clear. Right. Okay. You can't pay someone Infinity +1. I swear I watched a... I can't remember whether it was Vsauce or Numberphile, but there was a video about this. And I feel like there are certain sections of infinities, and like infinities that you can stack up on each other that get different and different names. And you can actually get larger something. So, yes, you can. Or maybe I'm misremembering. Right, okay. Because it's just one of those videos that you end up clicking on, even if you don't like maths. You're like, it's just a great dinner party trick, really, isn't it? Can't get larger than infinity. Well, looks like you haven't been on the educational side of YouTube in a while. Tut. Classic conversations like that. Have them all the time. It is a thing, right? I'm going to have to defend this, aren't I? But it's definitely a thing. Because I was talking to someone I know who, like, actually understands maths, and they were talking about the same concepts. There are, like, oh dear, we're failing miserably here. Like, branches of infinities that you can stack together. It's a thing. It is a thing. I don't know why it's a thing. Renders the concept of infinity pointless, but it's a thing. I'm sure of it. Right. Is it possible to loop ads and battle cats without putting them on manually? Well, no. The reason for that is because Ponos get paid by the people who put the ads there under the presumption that people will watch the ads. If you could put them on loop, well, that's almost completely admitting that you won't be there to watch them. And yeah, you could look away from the screen, as I'm sure everyone does, but ultimately you have to come back to the ad to click away from it, and that's an impression on the ad, and that's what the ad people are paying for. It's the ad economy. So I feel like that's kind of fair. Otherwise, you'd just be illegitimately farming cat food, really, wouldn't it? What program do you use for recording/streaming? This is OBS. And yeah, that is the one. That is what is used. To be fair, can't say much more than that. Other than, we're losing. We're quite bad. We'll be back after this short commercial break. No, don't worry. I'm not doing another one. We're just not doing another one for now anyway. Before we have to hashtag fill up your water again. That's a new hashtag, actually. I saw some people say they leave ads on while doing something else. Battle cats, really? Not sure how you do that. Not sure if you should do that. I mean, people are paying for their ads to be there, and as awful as some of those ads are, you know, they have paid for us to see them. Right. Okay. It's because he didn't use Nerve Moon Super Metal Hippo. I read it as Super Metal Hippo. It's, of course, the Shake My Head form, I assume. But it's a Battle Cat stream, right? Maybe it's promising. I'm actually more into the game than I sometimes indicate, that I thought they meant Super Metal Hippo. That is a lot of damage that Zoj is taken off each time. I mean, crikey, oh grommet. This lot needs sorting out, and fast. So let's take a different angle. Let's go at it with Evo 01 and see what happens. Boom! Zombie kill. Hopefully we get some monies from that. Infinite money. Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum. Oh god. Don't remind me of some of the texts on those ads. Mum versus dad, for goodness sake. As if your mum and dad are gamers. And as if I care that you're pretending your mum's like level 1,000,000 in the game and your dad's a noob. I don't care. I don't care about your game. Oh, just no. Stop. Speaking of stopping, will this Lenoir be stopped? Will we win? Will Housewife Cat smash the glass ceiling and Lenoir in the same very moment and win us this level? Find out after the break. Oh, speaking of a break, we might be making a break for it. We've got a gap. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a gap. Let's take full advantage of that before it's plugged, which has happened. And I'm not sure if Lenoir's being hit. I think Evo 01's just punching the ground in frustration. Basic classic Shinji there, you know. I don't want to pilot the Evo. Oh, well, you don't have to. You're dead. Right. Okay. This just hasn't gone very well, really. Damn it, Shinji. you died again. Classic Shinji. I mean, I would just like to be clear, I love Shinji. Poor Shinji, but also, it's quite funny to take the mic. Is OBS easy or terrible to use and set up? Absolutely horrendous to set up, honestly, because it makes nothing clear and everything is written in horrendous technical language, but once you understand it and are able to do things on it, which I perpetually cannot do, it is amazingly powerful and free. What I can recommend is just go through every single setting and see what it does. But equally, I still don't know what a siphon inject is. But going through settings, which is what I do on my iPad sometimes, just to see if I can like save battery here and there, and save a bit of memory here and there, speed it up a little bit by reducing animations. Just do that, and you will get to grips with the stuff inside OBS. I mean, probably don't do the settings while you're streaming or anything like that, or recording something important. But just like giving them a go with some source up on the screen, moving about. See what it does to it. And you gradually get to grips with it. I submitted a request a long time ago now for them to put tooltips into OBS. I mean, I'm so technologically inept, I didn't actually know they were called tooltips. I had to ask David. But they still haven't done that, and they really should do that. With the amount of complicated words in there, it really needs doing. But let me shut up, because I think we've just got some working noises in the ear. Thank you very much to XDJKLOL. I thought it was a random collection of letters, but they're just an absolute gamer. Thank you very much for subscribing with Twitch Prime to this here Twitch channel. Thank you very much. Is this part of the same attempt? So I can't even remember. That's quite bad. It isn't, is it? I think we sort of failed miserably last time, didn't we? That happened. Right. Come on. Are we going to do a little bit better here? Because it'd be a bit embarrassing if I'd set up a slot and it didn't work. I mean, maybe I've just over-relied on what works in floor 27, and so I've just played myself and I'm going to lose. Which looks like it's going to happen. Oh, but Shinji, standing through adversity, zombies crawling around his legs like he's a bush took a trail. And the zombies are insects, in my analogy. And he stood there and he went for it and he did it. Great lad, Shinji. See, you can do it when you put your mind to it and stop resenting your dad. I'd resent him. Everyone resents him. No one likes Gendo. It's true. No one does. It's great fun referencing Evangelion. I need to watch it again, actually. But then I say that, I've been trying to watch things again less. Because as previously discussed, there's so many pieces of media, there's just sort of not much call for watching things again. Gendo is a silly man. You're right. And Fuyutsuki, well, he's just there, really, isn't he? Oh, but we say DJ said something. Is this DJ's favourite song the Wob Wob? Hang on. DJ will love this. I feel like Deadmau5. Just whack up the beats with my headphones on. Wob, 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 wob. I just like to make it clear, I don't think I'm as talented, but we get some good wobs. That was immense fun. Probably not for DJ. We just successfully wobbed. The song is called Stronger by The Fat Rat, and it's a good wob. Hey Reggie, first stream, how are you? Well, actually, we've just had a good wob bit of fun, and I'm currently happy with how I'm broadcasting, so hopefully that translates into an enjoyable stream for you. I say I'm happy with how I'm broadcasting, and then I hurt both my ears and everyone else's just at the expense of a proper wob wob. So, apart from that being immensely fun, to mix the volume a little bit higher, because actually mixing is just a great joy that I was not aware of. I apologise for destroying everyone's eardrums, because my ears actually hurt a little bit now, which is quite concerning. Oh dear. Whoops. Right, okay. How are we going to deal with this properly? Sarikani's got to be the way to do it. Let's see if a series of meat shields and Sarikani... No. Okay, that's answered that question. Well, thank you very much. How about a second Sarikani? Will that... No? Okay, well, thank you very much for trying anyway. Do you want to try again? Oh, you can't even kill it. Oh, that's just a bit sad. Do you want to try again? Okay, well, no, maybe one more time. Oh, there we go. Good job, good job. Good job, good job. Right, okay. Maybe loads of meat shields then. Maybe we just carefully manage the Zoges and just try and sort them out. DJ's returned, unfortunately for him, still while the song is going on. My ears have been cursed. Thank you for casting an evil spell on my ear holes. I do apologise. It's quite fun though. Speaking of laughs like that, because people did point out that I seem to have accidentally stolen Stampy's laugh. I recently discovered, very excitingly, that the Magical Animal Club, you remember that? Squid and Stampy? Podcast, after a 2-year absence, have done a one-off special episode. And, you know, hearing the Stampy laugh again is great fun. Great fun. So, there's my little plug of someone else's content there. Very enjoyable. I love it when Regget's laugh goes deep like that. Take me to oblivion. I'm like a human mixer. Brilliant. Ooh, does that make me a Coke or a lemonade? That's alcohol. Of course, he starts talking about alcoholic. Well, mixers aren't alcoholic, but mixers for alcohol. You get the point. I guess mixers could be alcoholic. A bit excessive though. We're gonna lose again, which is just quite sad, really. I'm actually. It's actually quite bad. So I apologise for actually being quite bad. But what can you do sometimes? What can you do? Regget, you're saving tickets for Superfest. But honestly, I have no idea. I was alluding to this previously. I don't know, for a deliberate reason, anything about the new stuff coming up, because I want to experience it as and when it comes about. And if I just find out about it immediately, well then it's not exciting when it comes round to it, and I can't give a genuine whoa reaction, though I don't think I've ever genuinely said whoa, but you get the idea. I like to be excited and intrigued about things, which means not knowing about them before they happen. The enjoyment of liveness. Oh, theories of television. Theories of television. The appeal of liveness and intimacy. Oh, go on. Talk about it, Regget, because literally no one can stop you talking about it. The idea goes that television became popular because of its liveness, or because of live programmes, and the liveness combined with intimacy, the idea that it was there in your room. And that was something you'd never experienced with film, where you'd have to go out to somewhere to see it on the screen with loads of other people there. It's just something for you or close family and friends. And it's like it's a little box talking directly to you. So those are the ideas of liveness and intimacy for why television is popular. I like it because it's short. And I don't have to go to a cinema to see it. That's a huge benefit, because as you know, I don't like going outside. It's also not something we can do anyway now, so... Oh, ow! Oh, ow, ow. Oh, my gum. Oh, dear. That, for reference, that was just water being on it. Oh, my gum is deeply, and I'd use a rude word, -ed, to indicate the passive. Anyway, it's a bit, it's not doing too well. Ow, ow, ow. This, you know, water in the ear has nothing on this. There's some proper pain going on. It's not good. It's not great. You know what I reckon? I reckon that I'm just doing quite badly here. The annoying thing is that this means I'm probably going to have to consult chat advice. And I don't mean that in a way that means to describe you all as annoying, because you're certainly not. But when the whole chat is giving advice, we just get completely contradictory advice, and then I just end up losing, and then everyone's unhappy, including myself. So I don't really want to get to that point. So we are going to give it another go as is. This is a semi-wob, this one. Wob, 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 wob. Wob, 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 wob. Haven't really tried desperately upgrading the worker cat yet, because that needs to be done, surely. Because monies are a problem here. I mean, with zombie levels, they do tend to be. I like a good wob wob, to be fair. Will legs keep it at bay? Doesn't look like it. Let's just try and get Sarakani to sort it out. Oh, good, it does. Keep that worker cat upgrading then. Problem is that Lenoir. Oh right, I haven't put the screen back on. I'm actually quite bad. I've lost faith in my broadcasting ability that I thought I previously had. Oh well, that Lenoir is certainly causing us some trouble and not really allowing us to get the worker cat very high. We're gonna get level 7 worker cat, but I've used my cannon and there's a whole clump of zombies appearing. I wonder if Reggit plays other games other than this masterpiece. Well, like, yeah. A few. You know, you got your Doki Doki series. You got what's like, I don't know, it's called the Random Games. Yes, absolutely. The Random Games playlist has got some random games in it. And there's also Cuphead, of course. Who can forget that? Like, Cuphead and Doki Doki are series within themselves. Cuphead is 6 episodes long, roughly. And flipping Doki Doki, like, what's it, about 25 or 26? So, you got some stuff there for you. Right. Ultimately, we're struggling here. And the reason I think that is because, well, it just quite simply is the case. I mean, I really don't want to have to try and change the strat again. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way through it. We found ways through things before. When stacks happen, brilliant things tend to happen with them. I mean, look, we're fending off the stuff now that we've been able to form a stack. If we could just constantly form a stack, well, we'd be fine. Which makes me wonder, well, what if I try and fight the whole battle right next to my base? A bit dangerous, but what if I did that? Possibly? We're about to die, so let's give it another go. Cuphead isn't that hard. I have to agree with you. Oh dear, I said that. I've said that now. I completely depart myself from that statement, but I've said it now, haven't I? You know what I mean. Disagree. But each to their own. Okay. Oh yeah, I agree with you there. Cuphead was easy, I only pretended to struggle. Just for your enjoyment, I just pretended to be bad at Cuphead, it's what I do. Entertainment. I don't know what I laughed at there. The ludicrousness of me pretending that I was good at Cuphead in reality, or the ludicrousness of the idea that I give people content. I can't honestly think of what I found more funny. I guess that doesn't really bode well for the idea that I'm providing content, but oh well. Okay. Looks like we've staged a sort of reunion in the chat, which is an interesting one. Why not try to get rid of the noir first? Well, partly because of the fact that as far as I'm aware, zombies appear in front of it. So we'd have to get through the zombies first, and not getting through the zombies and the zombies killing me has always been the problem. So I feel like we got some problems. We've got some issues. Right, okay. It's time for some stacking, and we'll see where that takes us. Hopefully somewhere positive and not just general death. Come on, dragons. Do your single shot, long range damage, and sort this lot out. If I could kill off the Lenoir, I certainly would. I'm not dissuaded from the idea of doing that, but I just get decimated. Oh, that's painful. Oh, housewife. That's just, break out Alexa, I say. I mean, this just, oh dear. I'm not doing too well here. I'm really not doing too well. It's not going well. It's really not going well. Don't know what I can do about it though. I've devolved into saying the same phrase over and over again, so it's getting towards the end of the stream and run out of things to say. It's fine. Oh, yes! No! Brilliant! That reminds me. I came up with a list for exactly that reason. It's called, and get this, Things to Talk About. The response to last successful battle formation. Ah, yes. Right, okay. So, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. Ah! It's Lucas 4th as well. Look at that. So, yeah, what I was... all I was going to talk about there, already playing it down, brilliant, was people pointed out something which I didn't actually realise about the feature because we're going to lose. Because it wasn't at all clear. The idea that it could help you to break out a strategy that you won a level with a long time ago if you were returning to like the star after it. And that's useful. That's a good idea. Because reasonably there is no reason why you'd have that slot still in your 10 slots. But I don't know if it does do that, and my issue is, even if it is the case, why did the update notes not make that clear, or actually any of it clear? I feel like that there is a real problem with these update notes not being clear on the actual features of the game. I think it's just quite annoying that they don't give a clear indication of what the feature actually is. I think they are very vague. I mean, it took me the whole video and more, because frankly I still don't understand the wording, to understand the feature that it was talking about last victorious battle formation. I don't think it was remotely clear. I think that was a shame, because it just meant I was just confused the whole time. And if you've spent a while developing a feature and you want it to be used, well, wouldn't you just spend the time on making sure it was obvious the benefit of it so that people could experience and enjoy the brilliant feature that you've worked on? I really think they could do a lot better a job in the copywriting, as they call it, like writing words. You don't call it text in the industry because a text is like a piece of media, like a film, a TV show, or indeed a piece of writing. But I would quite like to do copywriting for Pronos, like update notes. That's one thing I'd love to do. Yeah, exactly, Lucas. I mean, I would waver that being shown an example of it is something that it could do, right? Is that not something that could be done? Realization moment here. You could have a little GIF below that just had, like, how long would it take to demonstrate it? A victory screen to equip. About 5 seconds if you're quick about it. Victory screen, you win. The person goes into equip, the thing comes up, right? And then below that it could explain about the long-term benefits of it rather than it seeming like a slot organisation thing for disorganised people, of how it could bring back a slot you'd completely forgotten about because you used it like a year ago. These update notes, not the ones in the App Store, but the one within the game, they have no reason why they can't give absolutely loads of copy space to write about it. And then all of the facets of the feature could be explained and the benefits explained as well. And the only reason you wouldn't ever do that is if something is an Easter egg, and fair enough, right? Don't put the Easter egg in the update notes at all and leave people to find it. But I really do think that there is no harm in explaining it a lot more thoroughly within the game, and I really wish they would do that, because they should be update notes that make the update parts clear to all players, and I appreciate some players understood what it meant, but I am a player of the game, and probably not the most unwise player of the game, probably really quite far down there in terms of what people call common sense. But there will probably be plenty of people like me who had no idea what was going on. So ultimately, I really wish that the update notes would be a lot more extensive, and they could have like GIF examples within the game update notes. I mean, at the very least, that would make the menu look more interesting as well. I really wish they'd do it like that, and I hope they would do that. DJ says, you know, I would greatly appreciate being able to read the update notes if I could get past black screen with HTML text. I'm not sure what you mean there, but in the dying moments of the stream, I guess let's find out. I'm just going to add a stream marker, so I might break that out as a cheeky point to be using. I mean, why not? Right. Also, just now, because I really should be doing this before the stream ends, is get rid of that promotional video so people aren't turning up just as the stream's ending, or even worse, after it ended, because that's just terrible to do. I should get in the habit of deleting these promo messages earlier. Right, that's done. Okay, good. Right, keyboard sounds with you, boy. So, in the dying moments, we're going to see if we're going to do alright or not. That's basically the long and short of it. I feel like we're not, but at least we've given it a good go. Tries have been tried, as it were. Other people seem to be having the same problem with it. The event info screen has been broken for months now. Well, that sounds pretty bad. So yeah, there's another thing to be fixed. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. No! Ah! It's so strong! Stop decimating me. Please. Every team, I get ripped. Oh, there's nothing I can do about it, really, is there? Nothing, realistically. Not really worth changing strats now. I'm going to have to stop in a moment. Hey, Regit, do you play CS? CS. Not sure what that means, if I'm completely honest. I can say that a while ago I played CSR Racing, and by a while ago I mean like when I first got my first iPad, so quite a long time ago. A little sort of car drag racing mobile game, but I'm sure that CSGO, right? No. I mean, I'm aware that CSGO is part of CS being Counter-Strike, but no, none of that ever. The most sort of shooty game I ever played was Overwatch. This isn't going to work, really, is it? It's just a bit sad. Rip. Bit sad. Ooh. No, it's not going to work. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. I think we'll have to. Thank you, everyone, for popping along, giving us your points of conversation. It has been interesting to talk to you, and yeah, I don't know why I'm going on that. It's not on you. I'm not doubting that you've been interesting to talk to. Ah, yes, my ability to speak properly, as perfectly demonstrated here, right, has tailed off towards the end, which is something I should probably bear in mind. But it's been largely enjoyable, and I like to think that I've streamed relatively decently there. I hope in a way that you've enjoyed. Let's do a little poll. Why not? Enjoyed the stream? Typing or reggae? Don't know how to make it any quieter though. Can't really. Right. Okay. So, indeed, yeah, that is something we can do as a final thing. That is a fair point. Let's do that. Make Lucas an official spammer. But I think I shall be disappearing right about now because it is 10 o'clock and I have to be quiet. Well, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 10 o'clock now, so must be quiet. And I will be bidding you all goodbye and seeing you later. As for when the next video will be, probably when the gacha becomes guaranteed. That's the plan, anyway. And until then, or until the next stream, whatever happens, you know, they roughly start at about the same time, you know, 9 PM, what is now BST. I will be off. And I hope you have a nice time in between those times. Perhaps an even better time. However much you can enjoy your time, hopefully it will be enjoyable. 100% of voters, crikey. Well, that's fantastic. Great stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, guys. Proper gamer. Hi, guys. What's up? It's your boy, leaving you here. And on that note, gamers, it's time to tell you about 5 times that Battlecats YouTubers have ended their streams.